Hello fellow Avatar and Korra fans, I'm Avatar Not 4 here, and I'm here today to talk about the future of the Avatar comics. And yeah, it's a pretty exciting topic because myself, I've really enjoyed the graphic novels through over the years, continuing Avatar: The Last Airbender, and now continuing Legend of Korra, which I'll talk about a little bit later. If you haven't heard in my previous video or anything or anywhere, at Comic-Con, it was last week, and they announced the continuation of Legend of Korra through comics, once again through Dark Horse Comics, which is awesome. And it seems to be getting a lot of press and activity on popular sites like IGN and everything, so that's good. People's getting hyped for it. And yeah, let's get started, I guess, with the little bits of news that we have gotten like this past week or so, because I don't think I had any news in my last video. As some of you may know, there is going to be Avatar the Poster Collection released August 12th. I know on the Dark Horse website. I don't know the other dates. I think they're the same. But yeah, and I think that's been announced for about like a year ago, because I remember I was so happy about it, and then I read it was a date and it was like over a year wait. I was like, oh my gosh, that's stupid. But yeah, we finally got the back cover revealed on Amazon, and I won't show you the back cover because it's really blurry as it is, but I can depict the images to talk about them, but I won't even try to show it on there because it won't come out that good. But yeah, there's going to be 20 removable posters from it, so you can frame it or whatever, just keep it as a book collection. I don't know which one I'll do. I might tear out a few. But yeah, if you've listened to my previous videos, I'm really excited about the Avatar poster collection, like really excited. And it's something special that I've always wanted, because Avatar has such beautiful art and character art. I hope we get one for Korra. Maybe we'll just see if this sells well, but which I'm sure it will, because everything Dark Horse has released with Avatar seems to be really well, and seems to sell really well. And just like with Korra, I guess, is the same thing, because they're making Avatar comics, and they asked them to come back for them, so obviously they must be getting quite a bit of money off of the Korra and Avatar franchise. So yeah, I'll be talking about the images that they selected to include in the poster collection. I know some poster collections, like for example, this one I saw it in the store. It was the Frozen poster collection, and it included, I think, 40 posters. I wish it was like that, so it would include more. And a lot of them I've seen is either 20 or 40, and this one's 20. So yeah, I'm not really disappointed with the number, but you know, the more the better. And it's pretty cheap. It's only like, I think on Amazon it's like 12 bucks. So, you know, for several pretty big posters, I think they said it's about the same size as the art book, so that's pretty big, and that's awesome. So if it is that big, maybe a little bit smaller. So yeah, let's think about. Okay, what do I really want to say about this one? Let me pull up the image. Come on, computer. Okay, I have the poster pulled up right now, and yeah. Okay, so I'll just go through them like left to right and just kind of list them all, because they're kind of just jumbled. And if you go on Amazon and look on the 2 images that they have for it, you'll be able to look at it too. But it has a lot of the press art images that they release. I'll try to describe them best I can so you at least have an idea, because some of these weren't really released as a poster. So it has the cover, which is the Season 3 box set DVD cover with Aang's clothes torn and half of his body glowing, his tattoos, and half not, with Ozai in the back. It's the red background, yeah. So that one, I'm really excited about that one. It's the cover of the book, so I knew that was going to be in there. The Serpent's Pass is just like a picture of the Serpent's Pass from the episode, just a cleaned up version, which is an interesting choice. Once again, it was like not really what I would think as a poster, but it's a cool piece of art, just like all Avatar is, but it's just not. I expected like the DVD covers, honestly, to be all the posters, but because it included all the characters, which I'll talk about a little bit more later. But yeah, using backgrounds from the show, it's an interesting choice because the art is so beautiful in the show, and some of these pieces I'll definitely hang up because they're like my favorite pieces out of all of Avatar and Korra. But some of them, like this one, as much as I love the Serpent's Pass as an episode, I don't really want that as a poster. It's just not that exciting to me. But yeah, it still is cool. It's a cool piece of art to have, I guess. Then it has the Zuko from the DVD cover from book 1, the box set. I can't remember what volume it is. It's volume, like, I think 4. Volume 4 for book 1 of Avatar. It has the Zuko with the ponytail since book 1, and it's a cool shot. It's just, yeah, I like Zuko's design later on in the series, but, you know, that's a personal thing. It's an awesome piece of, you know, a poster. This is what I expected. Then it has the beautiful background from Zuko Alone, where Ursa and Zuko were sitting beside the turtle duck pond, and we saw later with Azula and Zuko in a later episode. Yeah, it has that with the tree. I can't really describe it more, where they feed the turtle ducks. You might know what I'm talking about. So yeah, that's a cool piece of art. Once again, I don't really know if I want that as a poster. Then it has the one that most of us have seen. It's the volume 1 of book 1. The main Aang, the first ever Aang press art image was of him blowing wind toward the, like, yeah, this wind, like, yeah. I can't really describe it. I'm trying to put it into words. It's the first one we've seen, and he's kind of in a pose of the staff, and yeah, he's blowing air toward us. Yeah, that's a cool poster. It's epic. I knew that one was probably going to be in there, because that's the first one that really I ever saw for Aang. So yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I wish I could describe them. Sorry if these aren't as clear, but yeah, you'll see my thoughts overall. Now this one, because I love Appa, because I'm an animal lover, and Appa is just the coolest thing or animal ever. I want a sky bison myself. It has the Appa Wanted poster from Ba Sing Se. I kind of thought that was going to be in there because I see that a lot online. It's pretty popular. So yeah, not much more to say there. It's Appa. I'll hang it up, definitely. Then it has the Fire Nation school with the statue from like the headband in the background. Yeah, it's once again beautiful piece of art, but I wouldn't really want that as a poster. So yeah, most of the background is not really. But this next one is the Western Air Temple, which is probably my favorite location out of Avatar. How it's hanging upside down. It's just so unique and awesome. And it has the little area where all the statues are lined up on the wall, like in the wall with like the carvings of, I think, Yangchen we see in the Western Air Temple. Yeah. And it has the fog in the background, how it's hanging off the cliff. It's so awesome. The best thing, the only other thing, I will definitely hang this one up because this one, like I said, this is the one background on here that I'd probably hang up. It's so awesome. And yeah. Yeah, I just wish I had a giant, like the whole Western Air Temple, like spanning a whole thing. Yeah, like we saw in one episode where if you just pan the camera and it had the whole air temple, that'd be so awesome, like a far out shot. And then we have Katara, the lovely Katara. I'll definitely hang her up. And even though it's not her in her book 3 outfit with her hair down, which is my favorite character design from the show, it's the book 1 Katara from volume 2, the volume 2 DVD. Yeah, it's nice. It's a really nice piece of art. She's like, once again, she doesn't have her hair down, so it's her basic book 1 ponytail, and she's water bending toward the camera. So yeah, that's cool. And I'm waiting on this to pull up because it just logged me out for some reason. Okay. Okay, I can continue. Overall, like, the images, this next one is probably the one I see everywhere, literally everywhere for Avatar. It's the gang from, so Aang, Sokka, Katara, Appa, and Momo on the Ba Sing Se wall. That poster, I'm sure you've seen it. It's the press art for book 2. It's the main image that you see, it seems like. So yeah, that's a cool piece of art. It's definitely, I thought they were going to include that one. And Then they have the background from Avatar and the Fire Lord, the old Fire Nation uh, throne room. Once again, that's not really an exciting background in my opinion, since this is the old one. If it was a new one with Ozai's shadow and the fire burning like we see sometimes, that'd be cool. That'd be epic. But yeah, and then it has the Fire Nation Palace. Once again, awesome design of the building, but not really as a poster for me. But yeah, and then it has, that's pretty much it, like that I would say something about. Let's see. Pull up. My computer's messing up. Okay. So yeah, overall, I'm not really disappointed because I've been looking forward, or if I am, it's just because I've been looking forward to this that much. Oh yeah, there's this one more thing. It's the Water Tribe. Definitely, I'm a Water Tribe person. That's my favorite element and nation. Stuff the Northern Water Tribe. Beautiful background painting, so I'll definitely like that one. Then the other ones, I don't really have anything to say, but check them out. Once again, Amazon. If you go through the pages, you can see them. And wow, I talked quite a bit about that. Sorry if that didn't interest you, but I just wanted to kind of convey my thoughts on this, and which I'm getting ready to sum up. Overall, I'm not disappointed, but these aren't really images that I considered as a poster collection. But once again, that's one's opinion. Like some of these backgrounds that I don't really find exciting, some others probably will. Once again, they're beautiful pieces of art, as all Avatar episodes include. But it's not really as a poster. I expect, because there's no Toph, no Azula, no like designs past book 2, and like of just the regular gang. And yeah, I just wish they would have included all the DVD covers, just because they're epic pieces of art. But yeah, I just expected more characters, but yeah, it's still just exciting that we're getting something, and who knows, they might release another one, or I don't know. Yeah, so yeah, that's all I really have to say about that. But still, yeah, it's pretty awesome. And let's see. Okay. And this one's a short piece of news. It's just the Avatar panel from San Diego Comic-Con is up on YouTube. If you just type in Avatar panel Dark Horse SDCC, you'll find it. And so yeah, that's cool. If you just want to watch that, I summed it up in my last video. Overall, everything notable that needed to be said about it. But yeah, you can watch it if you want to. It's pretty cool. You see some cool pieces of art from the Book 4 art book, which I couldn't have seen anywhere else. So yeah, that's cool. And yeah, now we start the actual discussion on the future of the Avatar comics. And once again, during the SDCC panel last week, they announced Korra comics, and they also answered a fan question on what they'll do with the Avatar ones. They pretty much said, or Brian pretty much said, that just so there's a story to tell, and they don't feel like they're just putting something out there just because. If there's a story that they feel passionate about and that needs to be told, kind of like Zuko's mom, then they'll keep making them, and just so they keep selling well, obviously, or the company will stop. But that seems not to be a problem for the popular Avatar comics. So yeah, so because of that, as a transition, I've seen some fans wondering if the Korra comics will replace the Avatar comics, and so I guess after Smoke and Shadow, because that would make sense based on the schedule. But I don't think that's the case, and here, reason number one, there's a different crew working on it. We don't know the artist yet for Korra, but overall, at least the creation of it and the ideas, the brainstorming of like the concepts and the writing itself is by Mac and Brian. And then the art probably won't be Gurihiro. I can't remember how you say it, but the artist, the amazing artist for the Avatar comics. So even if it is them, I don't think they would just stop making Avatar, because once again, they both sell really well, Korra and Avatar stuff on their site and everything. And I don't think they would just stop after Smoke and Shadow. Or if they would have, since we know a lot about Smoke and Shadow, we've just been waiting for it to be released in the next few months. they probably would have said if that was the case, but I don't think it was, mostly because of the new crew on it. I really don't think that they'll replace it. Smoke and Shadow, yeah, just like I said, we know a lot about it. There's been preview pages. I've posted a video talking about them. We're just waiting for part 1 to come out September or October. I can't remember which one it is. And then part 2 in December, and we don't know part 3. So once again, they'd be closing up Smoke and Shadow, and now they're starting Korra comics, and which is what I'm going to talk about now. Since Smoke and Shadow, once again, check out my other video. I think it's just titled like something like Smoke and Shadow preview or thoughts. So yeah, check that out. And because Smoke and Shadow seems like it's going to be really cool and different. The Korra comics, we don't know a date yet, and it seems like they pretty much honestly just didn't have a date. It's not like they didn't tell us, but it doesn't seem like it'll be that long. Like normally with the comics, we get information on it, like the name of the trilogy, some artwork, pretty early on in production for the book. And based on what we've experienced for Avatar comics, and just say they were starting, since they have their own projects now, and they're kind of doing this on the side, mostly Mike writing the whole thing. He's, based on what we saw with the writing and art, if it's the same as Avatar, I predict that the Korra comics, at least part 1 of whatever the trilogy is, focusing on Korrasami, it'll be out probably next year, later next year, like middle of the year or fall 2016. That's my guess based on what we've seen with Avatar comics. But yeah, we'll just have to see about that. And now I'll just talk about what I really, really want to see happen with the comics. Mostly because that's all we have really, like, for the franchise now that the show's over, and it doesn't seem like we're getting a new show right now with them going several ways, kind of with different ideas and everything. It seems like this is pretty much the franchise from now on. And once again, if they continue to sell well, hopefully they go on for years and years, because they're great. And what I really want to see happen once again, and I think it's pretty likely, once again, they're working on different crews, so it won't be like they'll be overlapping each other. They could work in unity, like this group is off to the side working on Avatar, while this group's working on Korra, so you won't have one having to work on this one, so they can't work on Korra, which made Korra take longer, vice versa. You would be able to work on them simultaneously, so it wouldn't take as long for each, which is my main plan that I really want to see happen. I'd love to have one whole Avatar trilogy of comics and one whole Korra trilogy of comics per year. Like two trilogies per year. And what I'd want to see happen would be like, in the first few months, whatever Avatar or Korra part 1 comes out, then right after that, like a few months, part 1 of whatever the next one is, like just say Avatar part 1 early in the year, then a few months later Korra part 1, then Avatar part 2, then Korra part 2. So they keep on kind of building on each other, and you get them in between, so there's just little to no, like hardly wait time in the middle, maybe a few months. I think that'd be perfect if we got just a few months, one Avatar part, one Korra part in between. I think that would just work out really well, and then we could just say that we get 2 different stories for the franchise each year. That would be great for us, to give us plenty of content and look forward to, and speculation. And yeah, that's pretty much would be perfect for me, in my opinion, based on what we've heard about these comics. And I'm thinking the Korra comics will do well, since the Avatar ones have done so well, and all the hype it's getting on the news sites and everything. So yeah, feel free to comment based on what you think will happen. If you agree with what I want to see happen with one trilogy per show per year, So you get 2 different trilogies every year, just to kind of, since this is pretty much all we're getting now for the franchise. I think that would be perfect, but let me know what you think and if you agree, and yeah, hopefully we'll get some news on the Korra comics since they weren't really able to give us much because they're early in production now. Maybe New York Comic Con? I don't know if Dark Horse normally has a panel there, but if they do, that'd be a good place to announce it. Like part 1, cold whatever, like call it the love or something, I don't know. But yeah, so I'll be sure to make a video with whatever comics or other Avatar news we get. So yeah, stay tuned for more, and thanks for watching.